mayhem or cause havoc. We are here to make demands peacefully for what we want.
And your thoughts on the governance of the country?
The truth is, my thoughts on the governance of the country is sad. I feel like crying. The truth is that this government has failed the people. Well, as a matter of fact, we can dare say that this government was not even for the people in the first place. Because from the day one, we saw a policy put in place that has caused so much hardship today. So much hardship today. So it seems that the government came in clueless of what to do. They came in clueless of the happenings of the country, and they came to make things worse. I mean, we had 8 years of the previous administration that was bad, but in 1 year, we've had ×3 of the hardship of what we had in 8 years. So it means this government is clueless, and they must start to listen to the people. We need people-inclusive policies that will make life better. We need them to revert back the price of petroleum in this country. We are suffering. Nigerians cannot even afford petrol in an oil-producing country like Nigeria. So it is so sad that none of the policies are friendly. Electricity tariff, everything has gone up. So we are begging the government. As a matter of fact, we're no longer begging. Now we are insisting that we want the government to do what is right. It is our right. It is our dividends of democracy. So the government must listen to us and do the right thing.
I like the voice. So I feel we need to end bad governance right now. And the reason why I'm here is to tell the government that I have a say. You know, sitting at home makes it look like we don't really have a say. One thing I know is that by the time you come out, if your government get 10 when it hides from you, get where you go ginger, he go give you 1 or 2. Dangote protested just 1 day. They gave him oil and naira. I don't understand. The government does not want us to come out here because they want, and let me tell you something there, if we don't come out, it embodies them. If we don't come out, okay, let me tell you what happened. During the last election, people came and disrupted the election. Thugs came out and disrupted the election. You understand? Now, they have come out again to tell us not to contest. Do you know what it means that thugs can come out and tell you not to exercise your fundamental rights? It's because of what they saw during the election that nobody called them. Now they are telling you, stay at home. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. Like, it is my constitutional right to tell the government that, hey, food is expensive. How can me, a 40-year-old man, be sharing egg with my children? How much is spaghetti? How much is Indomie? Like, everywhere in the world, food is not a problem, as in food. No matter, look at the USA, what they are shouting about is LGBT, liberation. No country is supposed to talk about food. I remember when I was growing up, sachet milk used to be like what poor people eat. Right now, average home cannot afford sachet milk. I'm telling you, to go to the market, people are buying unbranded cornflakes. They can't even buy cornflakes or cereal in packets. They go buy unbranded one that you don't know where it came from just to survive. It's very, very bad. It's very, very bad. There are so many demands, but basically, the first way, we know the country is bad based on other leadership. So the first thing we need to do, if your father says he has no money, you should not see him living extravagantly. Cut down governance first. Let's see that the government too are suffering. You can't be sending prayers through mail. You can't be using 21 billion naira to refurbish somebody's house and tell me to tighten my belly now. Go to UPTH. Go to anywhere. There is no MRI scan. But we have one in government house that is underused. It's very, very bad. Government, first of all, cut down governance. They look for a way to subsidize energy. There is no country in the world that does not subsidize energy. Subsidize energy anywhere you think you can do it. After all, they said they ban subsidy, but they're still paying it. What's the essence? Things are hard. So reduce cost of governance, subsidize energy, basically, and Nigeria will triumph. That's the only thing I want.
For me personally, I must say I'm very excited that Nigerian youths could speak up, even when the government tried everything to stop this protest, by even reaching out to religious leaders, bribing different persons to stop this protest. Nigerian youth said no because we are hungry, because everybody here is feeling the pains. Like what you see here now, it's not just a group of persons. We have different groups and individuals who are out here to demand for good governance in Nigeria. Enough of this hardship, enough of the hike. Minimum wage is not going to solve any problem for anyone. How many persons in the entire 200 or over 200 population, 200 million population, that will benefit from the minimum wage that they are increasing? So the average entrepreneur on the street, what will the person benefit at the end of the day? So As it stands right now, this protest is highly necessary and it's important for the soul of our nations, because we must save the soul of our nation. If we don't do it now, nobody's coming to help us. The international community does not care, because of course they are on the one side colluding with government to loot us dry and all that, but we must demand for good governance within our nation. We have seen this happen in other African countries. We have also done it before. We are doing it again. We must have good governance. The government must listen to us. The people are the ones who have the power, not the government. We made them whoever they are today. It is because the citizens decided that they should be president, they should be governor, whatever they are. So if the citizens say enough is enough, give us this policy, they must obey the policies that we have said that they should carry out. We are saying that you must reduce fuel price. Reduce fuel price down to 200 naira. Because that is the beginning of our suffering and the hardship we are facing today. So the government must review these things and review other demands we have carried. The president is just...
We agree with those who are on the street and salute their courage, because whatever case and reason why they are on the street is a reason for the betterment of this country. This press briefing is put together today to lend our voices to the ongoing emancipation struggle by ordinary Nigerians who are on the streets across the country, and to draw the attention of government at various levels to the immediate, intermediate and long-term demands of Nigerians who are dying on a daily basis due to the pains and hardship induced by corruption and system failures that only benefits and favors the rich, while the poor languish in want. The Tinubu-led administration seems to be interested in taking life out of every Nigerian. Its neoliberal and anti-people policy of fuel pump price increase and increase in electricity tariff remain the foundation of our sufferings. Means the pains caused by this evil policy. The Tinubu government is buying private jets and renovating Vice President's lodge with billions of naira. It is in solidarity with all Nigerians going through same hunger, pains, and therefore makes the following demands from the federal government and the Nigerian state. We demand as follows. 1. Return fuel pump price to 200 naira per litre at most, and prosecute all those fingered in the subsidy scam that has been used to drain the nation's treasury all these years. 2. Fix all existing refinery in Nigeria immediately and prosecute those who has played any ignoble role in keeping them dysfunctional. 3. Fix the River State section of the East-West Road now and ease the hardship and stress on the people of that region. 4. Commence a holistic reform on the EFCC immediately, harness and mobilize them well to be able to properly carry out the task of an independent anti-graft agency. 5. Declare a state of emergency in our education sector, reform the sector and adequately invest in it by giving research grants to our students, for that will be the best investment we will have made in the long run. We are opposed to students' loan. We are calling for grants. 6. Give the needed attention and investment to the healthcare sector and ensure that healthcare delivery is affordable and at the reach of all Nigerians, no matter how remotely located such a person might be within the country. 7. Carry out an immediate shake-up in the judiciary. Probe and punish those who have enabled the corruption that has decimated this all-important arm of government. 8. Revisit the Electoral Act. Make electronic transmission of results a must during every elections. Well, this is the first step towards putting credible Nigerians into places of authority. 9. Reform the police service and put an end to road extortion. Withdraw the police officers attached to so-called VIPs to properly allocate them to our streets in order to protect all of us.